Archangel Michael says, the air around you feels heavier today because something irreversible is unfolding behind closed doors. The silence that crept into the room wasn't just silence, it carried the footsteps of a decision that cannot be taken back. You didn't see it coming, but a goodbye is forming in someone's heart, and it's almost complete. They have held this in for too long, and the cracks are now wide open behind their words and fake smiles. You may have noticed the shift, those glances that last too long, those sighs when no one is watching. That person you call family is not only drifting, they're preparing to vanish completely. This departure isn't accidental, and it's not because of life's flow, it's because of something that was done, or left undone, by someone very close to you. This choice is being made in silence, but its effects will roar through your home like a storm. And when it hits, you'll remember this very moment, because the signs were already here. Archangel Michael says, not every family is what it appears to be on the outside. Inside, hidden resentments and past pains are being nurtured quietly by someone who feels unseen. And now, this person is about to make a choice that will break your heart wide open. Type Amen to get blessing 333. They feel like you forgot something important, a promise or a connection that once meant everything. Years have passed, but to them, the wound still bleeds in silence. They believe the only way to heal is to walk away from everything, and that includes you. You may notice them distancing themselves, missing gatherings, not picking up calls, speaking less. It's not because they are busy. It's because their soul has already started packing, and their love is slipping into memory. There was a time they prayed for things to change, waited for someone to notice their fading light. But their hope turned into dust, and now, with every breath, they're moving closer to departure. They believe leaving is the only freedom left. They are not saying it yet, but they're practicing the goodbye in their mind every night. The suitcase isn't physical, it's emotional. Once they close that chapter, they will not turn back. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Someone told them something about you, and that conversation ruined everything. It planted a seed of doubt that has grown into resentment. And now, they are more loyal to the pain than to the family. You may have not even meant what you said, or maybe you never said it at all. But the damage is done. That person in your family no longer trusts the bond, and they've rewritten their future without you in it. A document has been prepared, a letter, a message, a will, or maybe a recording. It holds the final truth of why they are walking away. It will leave you speechless once you read or hear it. They once called you their anchor, but now they call you a storm. And in their version of survival, they believe they must escape from you before it's too late. Type Amen to get blessing 555. A dark influence whispered in their ear, someone jealous of your family ties. That person disguised as a friend or relative has poisoned their perception of you. The damage runs deeper than words can fix. They believe they are choosing peace, but they don't realize it's a lie sold by someone who wants your family divided. Your unity was their threat. So they worked in silence, and now the seed is bearing fruit. You may feel a sudden coldness in the air around them, even though they smile. The warmth has left their heart when they think of you. What remains is a faded version of the love that once glued everything together. Their actions may seem normal, but look closely, there are signs in their voice, their footsteps, their eyes. Something final is about to happen. Type Amen to get blessing 777. A photograph from years ago is missing, they took it. It's not just a memory, it was their last thread to everything they loved. They didn't want anyone else to have it. You will notice their name vanishing from things, shared accounts, groups, family plans. They are erasing their presence like they never existed. And they are doing it slowly to avoid attention. This isn't just emotional, legal documents are involved. They are signing off on something you don't yet know about. The paper carries weight, and it will change everything when it's revealed. You still have time, but the window is narrow. They've made up their mind, and only a divine intervention can alter their course now. Type Amen to get blessing 818. This person cried for you once, but you weren't there. They waited at a hospital bed, a door, a celebration, but you never showed up. That absence turned into a memory they'll never forgive. You thought they were okay, but they held on to that absence like a dagger. They relived it every night, and now it defines their relationship with you. They no longer see you as comfort, they see you as the reason they broke. They've already made a quiet goodbye to others, and a few people in your circle already know. They're just waiting for the right moment to leave. And when they do, it will shake your soul. Archangel Michael says, you will feel this in your chest before you see it in their actions. That's because your spirit knows a storm is coming, it's been warning you in dreams, in chills, in whispers. Type Amen to get blessing 999. An item you gifted them was recently returned to your home without your knowledge. It's hidden in a drawer, a shelf, or a box. That item carried the last emotional tie they had with you. They didn't return it to hurt you. They returned it as a symbol of closure. In their eyes, giving it back was the last step before saying goodbye. You might receive a text soon that feels unusually cold. Don't ignore it. That's not a random message, it's a breadcrumb leading to their final decision. They are scared to face you because they know your tears will weaken them. But they are convinced they must go, before your sadness pulls them back. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. Someone else is already helping them pack, not things, but ideas, emotions, justifications. This person is encouraging the departure and clapping in the background. They enjoy your family's pain more than their own peace. There was a time when a single word from you could heal everything. But now, that window has narrowed, and your silence has grown louder than their cries. The distance between you is no longer measured in miles, it's in trust. They once imagined their future with you at every milestone. But now, they picture freedom without your name in their story. The love has been bruised so deeply, it no longer beats. Archangel Michael says, this moment will either become a memory of regret or a miracle of restoration. The heavens are still watching, and there is time, but only if you act swiftly. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. You'll feel it in a dream soon, an empty chair, a farewell hug, a closing door. The dream won't be fiction. It will be your soul previewing what's coming if you remain still. This person believed in you once, more than anyone else. They fought for you, protected you, and even lied for you. But they got tired of being strong in silence. They waited for you to ask them one question, "Are you okay?" But since it never came, they wrote the answer in their actions. And now, the goodbye is not just planned, it's promised. Type Amen to get blessing 1444. There will be an event soon, a gathering, an announcement, a moment of truth. It will be your last chance to stop them. If you miss it, they will be gone like they never existed in your life. Don't wait for the big moment, small signs are already appearing. Items disappearing, conversations turning brief, messages with less warmth. These are not coincidences. If you look into their eyes now, you'll see a goodbye trapped in their gaze. It's waiting to be spoken. They are just waiting for the courage to say it out loud. The final message will come through a voicemail, a letter, or a person who knows both of you. It will confirm everything. And by then, the decision will be final. Type Amen to get blessing 1515. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. The moment they left, the silence screamed louder than ever before. Their absence wasn't just physical, it tore through the air, echoing in every room they once filled. The house felt different, colder, as if even the walls were grieving their departure. Their final message lingered in your hands, a folded piece of paper or an unread text glowing on your phone. It wasn't angry, it was distant, final, and aching with the weight of all the things never said. That message carried the soul of their heartbreak, and it wrapped itself around your chest like a chain. You called out to them, but there was no reply. You reached out in desperation, but they had already closed the chapter. What's gone now is not just the person, it's the version of them that used to believe in reconciliation. Archangel Michael says, the spiritual realm mourned alongside you when they walked away. Heaven felt your sorrow, and though you may think you were alone in that moment, divine eyes were fixed upon you. They saw the exact second your heart shattered, and help was already dispatched. Type Amen to get blessing 1616. On the second day, you still hoped they'd return. You replayed your last conversation over and over, searching for what you missed. The guilt crept in, replacing anger with sorrow and denial with truth. They were gone not out of hate, but exhaustion. Their heart had carried too much for too long, and it had finally collapsed under the pressure of being unseen. You saw it clearly now, it wasn't sudden, it was a slow burn that you never noticed in time. Others around you began to whisper, offering opinions, judgments, excuses. But none of them understood what truly happened. This wasn't gossip-worthy, it was soul-deep grief wrapped in invisible wounds. You returned to their room or their favorite corner and felt the void. Something sacred had left. You broke down, realizing this wasn't a dream. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. What they left behind will haunt you for a while, a bracelet, a sweater, a cup still resting in the sink. These items became relics of the love that once existed. You picked them up slowly, with shaking hands, as if trying to hold on to memories that were slipping like water through your fingers. You might receive a call from someone unexpected, a mutual relative, a friend, someone who heard the echo of what happened. They'll tell you things you didn't know, things that person shared in confidence. The truth will hurt more than their departure. They had been fighting demons you didn't even know they had. Nights they cried alone, days they smiled while shattered inside. And you missed every signal they tried to send. You will begin to write a message, maybe multiple times, deleting and rewriting. But no message feels enough. How do you ask someone to return when you didn't notice they were gone before they left? Type Amen to get blessing 1818. Archangel Michael says, redemption is not out of reach. But it will require more than words, it will require transformation. Heaven has recorded your regret, and your willingness to make things right can still shift this divine equation. This family tie, though stretched and strained, is not broken beyond healing. A thread of spiritual connection still exists, thin, trembling, but alive. Your tears are watering the soil for a second chance, even if the ground feels dry right now. There is a spiritual delay, someone in the family is praying for reconciliation, and those prayers are rising like smoke to the throne of mercy. You are not the only one grieving. Someone else is also silently suffering from this separation. Soon, you will receive a dream or a vision. It will not be random, it will be a divine message showing you a glimpse of what needs to be done to mend what has been torn. Follow it closely. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. The person who left still loves you. That love is buried under layers of disappointment and silence, but it is not dead. It is sleeping, waiting to see if this time, things will be different. They've not erased you from their heart, they've only built walls to protect their pain. Deep inside, they're watching, waiting to see if you'll come after them, not with anger, but with truth. You will be tested in the coming days. You'll have chances to speak to others, don't use those moments to defend yourself. Use them to take accountability, even for the things you didn't fully understand before. Healing will come in waves, not all at once. You must be patient. And while you wait, transform yourself into the version of you they always needed but never got to see. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. They are watching from a distance, not physically but spiritually. They are checking to see if your love was tied only to convenience, or if it's strong enough to pursue without pride. There's a location they still visit, perhaps a favorite park, a bench, a shop, or a spot in nature. They go there to feel what once was. Your presence there, one day soon, may open a spiritual portal of restoration. A letter is coming, a response, maybe a message written late at night, raw and unfiltered. It won't be easy to read. But hidden in it will be a question their soul is asking, do you even see me now? And that's your moment. Not to argue, not to explain, but to say, I see you now, and I'm sorry I didn't sooner. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. An angel of healing is being sent into your life. This angel may appear as a person, a circumstance, or a sudden moment of clarity. Their job is to guide you toward repairing what's broken before it becomes unfixable. You will feel pulled to do something unusual, maybe write, maybe visit, maybe give something symbolic. Don't resist it. That impulse is divine, and it may be the last bridge you get to cross back into their heart. Archangel Michael says, "The heavens reward effort rooted in humility." Do not chase them with words, chase them with truth. Let your actions carry the apology your mouth can't articulate. You may feel weak now, but that weakness is what makes your heart pure again. In brokenness, the soul returns to its sacred roots. That is where miracles begin. Type Amen to get blessing 2323. They've told others they won't come back, but those words were said in pain, not in certainty. A part of them still longs for you. That longing is being protected by their pride, but it still exists. Someone who caused the division is going to be exposed. They whispered lies to feed your separation, and soon, they'll be revealed. Don't celebrate their downfall, use it as a chance to heal. You may soon receive something symbolic, a photo, a song, a shared memory. It will be a test. If your heart responds with love and not bitterness, then the healing will begin. They are not unreachable. The heavens are already softening their heart. But they will not return to who you were, they will only return to who you've become. Type Amen to get blessing 2424. In the stillness of your regret, something powerful begins to stir. Heaven watches not just what you do but what your soul begins to feel in the silence. You've crossed the first bridge, awareness. Now comes the second, transformation. You started speaking softer. You began looking at the world around you with new eyes, no longer seeing things as they were, but as they could have been if love had led the way. That shift was felt spiritually, and the winds around you began to carry healing. The person who left noticed something. A mutual connection told them your tone had changed. They heard you spoke about them not in frustration, but in remorse, and that single act stirred something in their guarded heart. They were silent, but they were not unmoved. Your transformation made them pause. And now, heaven is holding space for something unexpected to happen. Type Amen to get blessing 2525. Archangel Michael says, one day very soon, the person who left will stand near you, not to speak, but to feel. They may be at a distance, pretending to pass by, or entering a room you're in by coincidence. But that moment will not be random. Heaven will orchestrate this as a test. Not for confrontation, not for justification, but for sincerity. How you act in that moment will determine what opens and what remains shut. Do not rush. Let your heart lead in silence. Look them in the eyes, and let the energy of your soul say, I'm not the same person who hurt you. I have changed. That exchange, though quiet, will be thunderous in spirit. Angels will witness it, and chains that held this family in silence will begin to fall. Type Amen to get blessing 2626. There is one person in the middle who helped cause the division. This person was trusted, but they used that trust to manipulate. They twisted words, created gaps, and fed darkness into a sacred bond. Heaven has begun exposing them. Others are starting to question their intentions. A strange coincidence, a leaked truth, a message read by mistake, it's all divine design. This exposure is not meant to destroy. It is meant to illuminate. The lie must be revealed before the truth can be received. You will be shocked at how many of your problems were linked to this one person's hidden envy. But don't let the pain make you bitter. Let it teach you how to protect your family with wisdom. Type Amen to get blessing 2727. The person who left will receive a divine dream. In it, you'll be seen not as the past version of yourself, but as the present one, softened, broken, reformed by truth. They'll wake up with tears in their eyes. That dream will break the chains of their resistance. They may not admit it immediately, but their soul will begin longing for reconciliation. This is how God begins healing, through spirit before flesh. In the days that follow, they will start dropping clues. You might see a missed call, a liked post, a message viewed but not replied to. These are soul taps. A sign they are searching for a reason to return. Do not push. Let love do the work. Love doesn't chase, it opens its hands and waits with humility. Type Amen to get blessing 2828. A divine opportunity is coming. An event, a celebration, a moment of crossing paths. It will seem ordinary, but heaven will be watching closely. This is where you must walk in peace and truth. Speak not to defend, but to acknowledge. Say, you didn't deserve to carry that pain alone. I see it now. Let that be the beginning. Words have power when they are spoken from transformed hearts. Your voice will tremble. Your hands may shake. But truth never needs volume, it only needs purity. And in that moment, their soul will soften again. Archangel Michael says, the chains of silence are being broken in the spiritual realm even as you read this. Reconciliation has already begun. Type Amen to get blessing 2929. You will begin noticing strange alignment, songs playing that match your thoughts, dreams that repeat, memories that resurface unexpectedly. This is heaven's way of preparing both your hearts for unity. Soon, they will return. Not dramatically, but quietly. Maybe with a text, or by simply showing up somewhere you are. And when they do, let there be no blame, only space for healing. You may cry together. You may not say much. But your presence, your silence, your energy will speak volumes. And they will know, you never stopped loving me. In that moment, heaven will rejoice. What was broken will be restored. Not because it was easy, but because love endured the fire. Type Amen to get blessing 3030. The one who tried to divide you will lose their influence. People around them will begin pulling away. Their lies will decay under the weight of truth. And they will be left with the same loneliness they tried to inflict on you. Do not celebrate their fall. You were called to rise higher. Use this moment to rebuild, not just the bond that broke, but the trust that was buried. You'll notice laughter returning to your home, slowly. Meals will feel warmer. Rooms will feel full again. That's because spiritual restoration always flows into physical spaces. And one day, you'll look back at this time not with pain, but with gratitude. Because this moment reshaped you into someone capable of real love. Type Amen to get blessing 3131. Archangel Michael says, divine restoration isn't a myth, it's a reality for those who humble themselves. You have been tested, reshaped, and realigned. And now, heaven is opening a chapter for healing and legacy. Your family will be stronger than before. Because now, it won't be based on tradition, but truth. Not on performance, but presence. Speak life every day. Forgive faster. Say, I love you, more often. Don't let time steal what love is willing to build. The cycle of silence has ended. A new legacy has begun. One built on healing, compassion, and God's unshakable timing. Type Amen to get blessing 3333.